fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
That's right.
We have a couple minutes. I'm about to do Ariel.
This is Lewis Arthur, Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted to be joined with the big man, Dillon Danis. It's about 2 weeks away now from facing Logan Paul. We're heading over to Manchester. How are we feeling, man? How's things going into this one?
Feeling great, bro. I wish it was tomorrow. I'm ready to go. Can't wait to knock him out. Yeah, feeling great.
100%. Back out in combat sports, getting over the injuries now. How good does this feel for you to finally be, having combat? I know it's not MMA, it's boxing, but How does this feel for you?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, just competition I love, it doesn't matter if it's video games, what it is. I just love competition, so I can't wait to get back in there. I wish it was MMA because I've been doing jiu-jitsu my whole life. So a boxing fight or a boxing match is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I'm excited just to get back in there and prove everybody what I've been saying this whole time.
100%. Transition to boxing. What's that been like for you? We know you said you were having some training with Conor McGregor. So seeing on your Instagram where you've been with Alex Pereira. How's that been? What's that sort of been like? That sort of training.
I would say that like boxing training is easy compared to like MMA and jiu-jitsu. Like it's way easier on the body. So sometimes I'm like, am I doing enough? But it's just weird because like I heard some boxers say the same thing that have done MMA and both. It's just so much different on the body. So you don't take as much damage, you don't take as much soreness. But yeah, it's different. I grappled my whole life. I mean, that's just what I've been doing since I was 15. So it is a different transition, but I like a challenge, and I'm a hardworking guy. And once I put my mind to something, it's pretty easy,
Yeah, 100%. We talked about your relationship there previously with Conor McGregor. Could we expect him there at Fight Night? Have you had much conversation with him, training with him, leading up to this fight?
I haven't talked about it, but I hope so. Yeah, we talk a lot, but he has a lot of things going on. But I think he'll be there. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, yeah, definitely. We'll get into the fight with Logan Paul. This has been waiting for so many years. There's always been a back and forth between you had the
everybody.
You had the back and forth with KSI, but you always said, I weren't interested in KSI. I always wanted Logan Paul. To have this fight finally here.
When Jake was supposed to fight me, he attacked me with the toilet paper and all that. And me and Logan were actually cordial at that time because it was more just Jake, and Logan was like, like my brother's an idiot. Like the first time we met, me and Jake, he wanted to I don't know, he wanted to talk to me, but it was like some kind of weird thing. And Logan was like, "Oh, you promise you're not gonna beat up my brother?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, so he'll come over." And me and Jake talked for like 30 minutes, just like back and forth bullshit. He was trying to say that he was undefeated in wrestling and all this shit. And I was like, "Bro, you were like a JV wrestler," and we're just going back and forth. And that was actually like the first time because Jake was the first person to call me out in boxing. I was his first person. And then we were supposed to fight all that stuff, and then it went to Logan. So we've just been going back and forth over the years. So yeah, the KSI fight I didn't really care about. KSI sucks, and he has like no point in this. At least Logan fought Floyd, and it has a little bit he's more legitimate than KSI.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get on to the fight. Since the build up, there's been a lot of back and forth. From the face off and everything that's gone into this build up, from the social media posts you've been putting, what do you make of Logan Paul as a person and the responses that he's had to your social posts?
A pussy. He's a Karen, he ran to the law and said, just fighting me, he's the first fighter to ever do a lawsuit on their opponent. So it's just bullshit, to be honest with you. But I think I gave him too much credit. I thought he was an entertainer. I thought he was a fighter, but he's not. He's a coward. Rats go to the law, not real men.
And one thing you've talked about is the issues with potentially accusing Logan Paul of PD use, the drug testing in this fight. What's it been like for you? What's the concerns with you especially when it comes to the drug testing side of it?
It's just bullshit because the reason that USADA or VADA is effective is because it's random, and now he's like, yeah, let's do a drug test because he knows it's coming. He can clean his system. He can do so many things to pass his test when it's coming. In the UFC, everybody used to be juiced because they knew when the test was. The random testing during camp at different days, at different time, we don't know. That's when you get the real outcome. So he already probably did his cycles, and now he's like, oh, let's do drug testing. So then he looks like he's clean, but everybody knows deep down that he's sticking needles in his ass.
Yeah, and another thing for me, that's something that you've definitely been heavily involved in. We see the hat that Leonardo DiCaprio paid for it. We're expecting Logan Paul's fiancée to be there ringside. What are you going to expect on fight week if you do come face to face?
Oh no, if she passes my way, I might have to, I don't know. Tough one.
Could be awkward between you two?
No, I mean, for her doing the lawsuits and Logan doing the lawsuits, it's just pussy shit, you know. I mean, I made her more popular than she's ever been in her whole life. The Google trends of her name. She thinks she's a big superstar. She thinks she's like Adriana Lima. I made her famous, so she should be thanking me. She should bring me a cake and flowers.
Do you feel like you've done Logan Paul a favor, as you said before?
100%. He's gonna thank me one day. I'm bro coding him. You know, at the beginning of this, when it first started happening, I didn't realize how many guys she's been with, how many guys she's dated. And there's like so much shit that I didn't even know behind the scenes that I can't put out there. But yeah, they'll be divorced in like a year or two. And I bet you he'll be thanking me.
One more, Lewis.
You feel like for this fight, you have the public on your side. You're a bit of an anti-hero in a way.
100%. Everybody hates Logan. They're seeing his. I expose him for who he is. He's a fraud. He's a rat. He's like no one resonates with someone that goes and to the cops, you know. So, you know, we handle this like real men on October 14th. We don't go and do lawsuits. I can sue him back if I want to. We can get into a sue off. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know, he's a coward. He's not a real fighter. He hides behind his woman. He's not even gonna defend her. If you want to defend your woman's honor, you go and fight that guy. You go and punch him in the face. If someone murdered someone in my family and they said, "Hey, I give you 18 minutes in a room with this guy," or you know, he goes to jail, I'll take that 18 minutes with the person. So he's just a coward.
Just the last one from me. Last message to Logan Paul.
See you October 14th.
Dillon Danis, top man. Thank you for your time. Always a pleasure to catch up with you, and all the best for a couple of weeks now. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Okay, bro. Take it easy.